Hello. I don't think anybody's here just yet, which is
Oh,
fine.
if I look at the comments, maybe I'll know. I never put it over there.
Oh, you forget.
I
Let me
always
make
forget
sure
to
I'm
put
in
it
the
there.
comments and not the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very possible people aren't ready.
Yeah. Right now
Is
it's
it
one
usually
person
8?
viewing,
Is it
but that's probably
usually?
you.
No, I'm
No.
not in there. I'm not in there yet.
Okay.
I'm watching
Hello,
Ryan.
whoever is viewing. I'm not either.
Well,
So
there's us. We got a lurker. So if you're
Lori and I.
watching
Oh,
the
it's Chuck.
replay,
Hi, Chuck.
there we
Lori
go.
and I were just discussing what I could work on. I'll tell you what I said. I can't work on my mat blanket. It's just too intense on a live. I can't. I have those little cats that I'm custom making. Hi, Linda. That I'm custom making to match the appearance of the cat. So one is an orange tabby. So I was getting the yarns together for that. But I also can't work on that. Amigurumi is tricky, as Camille has told us. It's tricky because there's too much counting.
Yeah.
And so I just discovered there's another person that I need to make a baby blanket for. I'm not going to do, okay, let me take this back. I might do a corner to corner. I might do a continuous granny. And what I want to do is that popcorn stitch in the middle. But what Lori suggested was that I could do that in continuous granny every few rows, put a popcorn stitch in the middle because it looks like popcorn, right? So it's perfect. But I'm gonna work up a swatch. That's what I'm gonna work on this evening. Lori's got her own story to whatever you want to share there.
Well, so far so good. You know,
Yes.
I am having some mouth issues because apparently, along with this other fainting problem I've had some pain in my mouth. I thought, oh, maybe it's related. No, I probably have a root canal. I called my dentist and we did a test. If you're never sure if you have a root canal, put hot water in your mouth. And if you jump through the roof, you've got a root canal. You need a root canal.
Need a root canal. Okay.
And I needed drugs. So I called my doctor because I can't get in for 2 days to get me some drugs. So yeah, they're going to be ready probably while this starts. So I'm going to go get them afterwards. But I thought I would see what's in my Temu bag that I got. Strainers.
Hi, Megan. Hi, Dorothy. Yes, you all can see I fixed the welcome thing.
Summer slippers.
Oh.
They're fuzzy, but sandals. So I like wearing those in the summer. What else is in here? Lots of diamond painting.
Oh, exciting. I have some diamond painting I can show too. Show us
They're
what
big ones. Why did I buy big ones? I don't even know what they look like. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the picture.
Yeah, I'm in the corner. Here, let's go. Let's put you big for a minute.
Why is that a letter?
No, that's not what I wanted.
There's a letter A.
A is a side. Where is it? Yeah. Look at the coding. Well, is that what it's going to be? It's going to be a letter A?
The picture is. Oh. Why did I get that?
Did you do a mystery? Because sometimes that's a mystery.
That's probably what I did. I bought the ones where you don't know what you're going to get. And that one is Stitch.
Oh,
looking up at the moon. And let's see, this one is, it's smaller, but it looks like looks kind of like a bunny holding a cup of coffee or something.
Oh, cute.
That's kind of cute. I think that's what I did. I said, oh, just send me whatever.
I got, so there were 2 type of mysteries. I'll show. I did a full rearrangement of my room. I'll show you the 2 different kinds of mysteries.
I know there's a mystery on the diamond painting where you don't know what it's going to be when you make it.
I have some of those.
Did you? Oh, I never got. Yeah, I don't know if I'd like that.
I'll show you. Yeah. You can kind of see. I haven't started, but you can kind of see some pattern, and I like what I'm seeing.
Oh,
or
cool.
what I can tell. So, oh yeah, what service human? I love that. That's fantastic.
Emotional support human. Do not pet me. Feed me, don't pet me.
Oh, how does hot?
I
Oh,
just
yeah.
I just took hot water out of the tap just so it
Oh,
didn't burn
top.
my mouth. It doesn't have to be really hot, and you'll know if you have, because my pain's all the way on the whole thing, so I have no idea where it's at because the whole side of my face hurts. But
Yeah, it looks slightly swollen. Yeah.
I'm guessing it was up here, but then later on it just hurt down here. So we'll find out. I hope he doesn't have to do both of them. That would really suck.
Trying to see where I put.
And I got a bag, I guess.
Oh,
yes. I got a bag for.
Now, these were not mysteries. But I wanted to show you the little ones I got. So this is paw prints.
Oh, that's cute. That's not the mystery one though, right?
No, that's not the mystery one. I think these are stickers. They're kind of like thick, but I think they stick to things.
I got a magnet in one of my things I bought from somebody that they made and added it as a little freebie. It was a magnet like what Camille was going to do, put the little things on it, the coasters. But it was a little strawberry. It was cute.
Maybe that's what those were. Maybe the paw prints were. And then these are things from Nightmare Before Christmas. And they're like little ones.
Those are nice to put in packages when you send stuff out, if you're going to do that.
Oh, these are the actual stickers. Like it's actual stickers. Let me go find my mystery one though, so I can show you. So I got mystery ones that that it was, oh, you're gonna get 3 of these characters, and one was a little Harry Potter, one's Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and one was something I didn't even recognize, a character I didn't even recognize. And then I was like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted mystery. So let me go grab those.
He said the heat would definitely aggravate the root if the root's bad, more so than anything else. The cold helps it feel better. So I'm nibbling on a Frosty because I haven't got my pain meds yet. I got to go get them probably when we're finished. But yeah, I'm if you're having mouth pain and you're having a toothache, if it's the root that's the problem, he said put warm water or tap on your teeth to see if you can tell which one it is. I couldn't tell which one it was.
Too much pain, right? Yeah.
So like I'm banging on my mouth. I'm like, no, it's not working. Then he said put some warm water in your mouth and it'll activate that root. It'll affect it and the pain will work. It'll be painful. I'm like, yeah, it's painful. So yeah, I guess you could always, if you have pain in your mouth, that's how he had me check it. Hi, Deb.
There's the mystery one. Like I said, you can kind of see some things. And then here's the colors, like purples and blues. I know, grays. Anyway, it looks pretty. And
if you hold it back, you can usually see what it is better than if you hold it close.
I'm getting too much.
Like except for the glare, but if you hold it back sometimes.
Here, let's see if I can counteract that with this light. This is not ring light. Why didn't that light come on? There it goes. Is that better or worse?
It looks, it almost looks like somebody's holding something.
Yeah, like almost like I don't know, a balloon?
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know. But all of them look at least like, oh, that looks like that could be nice.
Yeah.
But like I said, when I got characters, like you kind of got some characters that that wasn't necessarily what I wanted. I wanted true mystery, and it even shows question mark in the corner.
Well, I guess it's true mystery but they have to maybe do something with the background, but you can't tell what it is.
No, you can't fully tell. I just think I think it said it was like a category. I think it was scenery or something to that effect. Scenic, maybe. It was some category.
Well, if there's purple in it, it's not going to be ugly.
No, right. There were many different shades of purple and then some blue shades. So it should be nice. Should be nice.
Megan, I do know sometimes they want to do a root canal before the cavity gets to the root. It gets really close.
Right.
And they want to go and do it before it actually gets all the way to the root.
Correct.
So it just, if you don't trust your dentist, don't do it. But if you do, get a second opinion. You can do that too.
Yes. Always.
One.
If you are concerned, if you think, no, I don't need, because even with my crown, it was not a root canal. It was just my tooth cracked. It was not, nothing was wrong with the root because of my clenching issue. But yeah.
I had cavities too close to the root where they couldn't safely go in and get the cavity out without affecting the root. That's kind of when they want to go do a root canal, because sometimes it's a totally different doctor. If there's complications, you have to get a specialist. I had that on one of my teeth. It was curved. Root was curved and they didn't get it all the first time. So I got an infection that would blow out the side of my gums. So finally went in and they had a specialist go in and get the rest of the root out. So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, my husband had a root canal and then the crown, but he had to go because he was like, man, this is still killing me. And then he went back and they said, nah, you've got a strange shaped root. I'm like, oh, he's British, so of course he does. I'm just messing, but well, kind of not. But anyway, so yeah, he had to go to a specialist to get the rest of it done.
I'm going to be nibbling on that because the ice cream helps it feel better.
Yeah.
Well, I can go get my pain medicine.
But yeah, you can actually kind of see some sweat. Well, it's just
it's a little swelling. I can.
Terrible.
I was sleeping on peas and corn the other night. I'm like, oh, just sleeping on my frozen vegetables.
Frozen peas work great for stuff like that.
I know. And I'm like, well, I'm going to have to eat them now because they've been frozen and defrosted several times. Oh, it's Tuesday, isn't it? I haven't even thought about it, Deb. Thanks for reminding me. I've been preoccupied with other things.
Yes, she's got some situations going on.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, we had snow yesterday.
We're supposed to get snow tonight / tomorrow, and man, can my head feel it.
Oh. We had this morning we had some little white stuff, but yesterday it was like bird poop falling on you. It was like just splat, splat, splat snow.
Yeah, I know exactly what kind of snow. About. Yeah, so it's almost like slush falling out of the sky.
Yeah. It's like it hits stuff and just squishes. It's not fun.
It's good for the ground because it actually goes into the ground, but
yeah.
Not nice for a person.
It was dry this morning when I went out, the dry snow. So
that's the easiest to shovel if you have to shovel.
It's been too warm. The cars and the ground is warm. Nothing is sticking.
You gave your brother pizza and he needed a dentist quick. Oh no, Dorothy. And also back to Megan, if you have a dental school, like here in Colorado, we have or a dental school and like oral surgery school, and so you can have the students do it, and it's a lot more affordable. My dad and stepmother, that's how they would get their dental work done.
I did that once. I went. She was really good. It took a lot longer, but
it does take longer.
She was very careful and she was good.
And they're supervised the whole time. So it's not like, so at least maybe go get a second opinion there. If that's sensible for you, they might have something more innovative to do it. Because what you're concerned about is that your tooth is going to fall apart, right? Because that's what I honestly was worried about with this one that I needed a crown. Again, I didn't need a root canal, but Like it was already the wonkiest filling you've ever seen.
Well,
Uh,
the one crown I had come off, when I'm feeling it, there's like these sharp edges around it. Well, that was the tooth actually there, because I think this one has a root canal in it, because there's a flat spot in the middle, like a filling inside where the root is. And then there's like this ridge around the edge. Well, that's the ridge they made in the tooth so that the crown will fit on top of it. So if your tooth does not have the ability to do that, like the one I have in the very back, you need super duper cement that they don't use hardly ever anymore. But I told them, you need it back here, because it was real hard for that one to stick. And I go, then you use the super duper crap that you never use anymore. Put it back there. I don't want that coming off anymore. Because other than that, pulling the teeth's the only other option. And if it crumbles, they just pull it. It's cheaper. It's like, if they have to pull a tooth, it's cheaper. Now the problem becomes if you want something in that spot.
Right.
That is where it becomes expensive, a spacer or an implant or something.
Right. That was one of the problems with the tooth that it is. They're like, this is a working tooth. You have to have a tooth there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's one of the main molars. It's the second from the back.
Because back in the day, my mom would have bridges. They use bridges.
Oh, right.
Now they do
My mom did too. Yeah.
Mostly. But most people can't afford dental work. It's not affordable. And insurance doesn't. This is still going to cost me between $600 and $900 to get this one fixed with my insurance. So yeah, it's not affordable at all. That's why all these people that, are on the streets, their mouths hurt. My son, I got all of his teeth done many moons ago when I used the insurance money from his dad's. When his dad died, I took a lot of the insurance money and I got his dental work all done. But he's got teeth that are disintegrating, and he doesn't have any money to get it worked on. He doesn't have insurance with the small companies that he works for. They don't have to have insurance.
Right. Under 25 employees or whatever it is.
He has all these holes in his mouth now and just goes and digs the food out of it. And I go, oh my God, this stuff, these infections can get into your blood, and it's painful.
Absolutely.
How can he not feel this pain? I'm like, oh my God, it's horrible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do that. They sometimes your teeth will fill it in.
Yeah, that's why they want like the crown on this side. I haven't had it replaced yet, so the teeth are probably moving. He'll probably have to make a new one anyway. But he does them. He gets them 3D printed, so they're cheaper. Oh. I think it's only $250 for a crown.
Wow! Holy mackerel! And that's just a regular dentist?
Yeah, he 3D print them. He's called the Crown Fairy.
Nice.
I don't think they're the metal ones. They're some stuff they use when they make them. He's really good. Oh, my mouth. I'm talking too much. You're gonna have to talk.
Oh, is it starting to hurt?
Yeah.
Well, Missy came to join us. What was I I was gonna say something, and then it left.
Megan, does that have to do with calcium? Maybe you get calcium deficient and it pulls the calcium out of your teeth, because that's usually, sometimes your body doesn't absorb some things. Your bones and your teeth suffer from that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens.
Just checking. I got a call just before this. So there's a lot of drama with my sister, and thankfully not her health. Her health is good ever since the heart surgery. There's Missy. Say hi, Missy. So I got a call. It was actually good news. Oh, speaking of good, I'll come back to me on that. But she had to explain some things to me because I wasn't understanding the situation fully. Hi. I don't know why she did. I have no food. She just does this sometimes. This silly kitty.
I'm
Anyway,
always wondering if they think
yeah.
we're talking to them because we're just talking
Yeah.
and they don't know we're not talking to them when we're talking to the computer, you know?
Oh, that's totally feasible with her, but she doesn't do it every time I'm on. So lately she has though. So maybe that's it. Maybe she thinks I'm talking to her, or she thought, oh, she's on there. She must have something I can get from her, some kind
I'll
of
just
food,
lay on her yarn.
right? She's not my yarn crazy. It's the other one, and I got off alive. I think it might have been the one with Spoonie Stitcher. I got off alive and immediately he jumped in my lap. So he does not want to be on camera. Yeah. Lori, what? Oh, yes, this.
What's the
And
color name on that?
the color name I want to say is duck. Chicks, I was close, except not really. Chick and bunnies. Chick and bunnies. And I thought, I mean, what's a more perfect color yarn to do a popcorn stitch on, right?
It looks like butter and holes.
Right. It absolutely does. So this is what it looks like so far. I just did one regular
That's a
granny.
round one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying. We're checking this out first.
I would not want to do too many balls together.
No, I'm doing
Either
3 double
way,
crochets.
in rows because even
Yeah,
it'd
no,
still
I'm
be
going to
too
need a couple
lumpy.
rows. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Either
need
way.
probably 3 to 4 rows before I would do.
That would be one of those floor blankets that's so soft and cushy that they could put
Yeah.
them down. That I did make one of those once. I have it stuck somewhere. I never gave it to anybody. Don't know anybody who has babies. Oh, Telena's having a baby. They did
Oh,
announce it's a boy.
that's exciting.
They had the reveal. Yes. So
Now,
I
is she
asked I asked Becky what month she's due because that kind of depends if it's a winter month or a summer month. It could be next winter. I don't know. She hasn't got back to me.
and is she still going to be able to do her stitch markers and everything? Or is she taking a break?
They've been taking breaks from stuff. I think they've
That's
been
what I
kind of
thought.
preoccupied. She hasn't been doing any crocheting, but now they have something to crochet for.
Right.
And she does her cards, her paper cards and stuff. And craft shows are probably coming up, so they're probably getting stuff ready for the craft shows, the spring and summer shows.
So one of my friends, ironically, also named Becky, she does not have a YouTube channel, but she's got a pretty decent TikTok channel. But she just showed all the things she was taking to a show. But her husband also does 3D laser, or not, well, 3D printing and laser engraving. So they have all kinds of
Oh,
cool products. So it's not
cool
just
toys.
crochet. But last time she went to a market, when was that? It might have been even as far back as November, because I don't remember if she did anything in December. But she literally sold out of everything, and she had to like remake all of her inventory before her next show. I think that was November. So she's very good. She does do patterns too, but she is one of my coworkers' sisters. When I was a teacher, obviously, and they all went to the same. So that was one of the many teachers that I worked with that also went to that same high school, just like me. So, but that's exciting about Talena. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, so my sister got some good news, but it's messy, so I can't really talk about it. But she got some good news
Well,
today.
good. It's
And
always
then,
nice to get good news. I had a surprise today too that I don't want to talk about
yeah, that's fair.
with my kids, and it's like you never know what's
Yeah.
gonna drop in your lap.
Oh, yeah. But I had to, and I have not mentioned this at all. I had to go see my hiatal hernia surgeon today because I thought I might have a surgical herniation. I was convinced. I had gone to my primary care, and I said, "Here's what's going on," and I had her feel it, and she goes, "Oh, you're gonna have to go to the surgeon." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I call, and the surgeon, and I'm like, "Okay, that's awesome, April Fool's Day," but he's from India, so I don't think, I don't have to worry about any weird little pranks or anything. But found out he's retiring at the end of the month. So if I needed surgery, he could not be my surgeon. He's like one of the top in the whole country that does that particular procedure.
Well, good for him for retiring then.
Well, I
I was
asked him
excited
about
when somebody gets to retire.
right. I asked him about it, and it's not exactly retirement.
Oh.
And he's like, it was the most like he was so like maybe his stress level is like way down, and maybe his patients aren't as back to back because he is finishing up. But you know how they take you back to the exam room and you're waiting, and they say, "Oh, the doctor will be with you shortly," and you're like, "Okay, I'll see him in 20 minutes," or whatever it usually is. I swear to you, it was not even 30 seconds. And he comes in, and I'm like, "Whoa." And then he was super chatty, and he told me what's happening is he's actually going back to India because his parents are aging, and they need his assistance. His son is already there going to college, so
Mm-hmm.
he's just headed back there. And he's like, it's very weird. It's the first time in 35 years. I don't exactly know what my next plan is. And I thought, how interesting. What an interesting place in life to be. But he's going there, and his parents are both excited and concerned because they're like, they're he's gonna make us change things. And anyway, so he checked. Why does this happen to me, guys?
What'd you drop?
I didn't drop anything.
Oh.
But I show him where it is, and I say, there's a lump here. And at first I thought, because it just kind of ached a little bit like a bruise, kind of that kind of sensation. But then it's really been bothering me a lot more in this last month. And he feels it, and he goes, that's weird. What is it with me and doctors saying that? Oh, and I did drop how you drop your channel there. It says Nightbot just showed you. But yeah, that's weird. So I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? He said he explains before he even did that part that incision where I was showing the issue, he's like, it's right below my, like, the sternum, right below that, just slightly to the left, right under the rib, like out past the rib though. Anyway, he goes, that incision is so tiny. I have never right, exactly, Megan, exactly. I mean, you don't want doctors doing this to you either. So he explains, a herniation would be really rare. And he feels it, and he says, that's weird. That this doctor is so serious. Like, normally I'm like, okay, what the heck does that mean? He goes, it is not a hernia. I really believe that is not a hernia. It very well could be scar tissue, which is what I initially thought. And he's like, but we're going to make sure, because you are experiencing pain, we're going to make sure we're going to send you and have an ultrasound. But yeah, so I get to have yet another ultrasound. Yay for me. And no, I'm not pregnant. We'll just add that in there.
Sure.
Oh, my husband says I am. He's wrong. One moment, please. That'll be good. Norman likes work. That'll be nice. He has worked 13-hour nights on his 410s the last two nights because somebody was sick. So tonight he just gets to work normal. So only 10 hours. Anyway, but my good news is very, very unlikely to need surgery and ultrasound, or see, he said ultrasound. Yeah, he said ultrasound. So I don't know. Obviously, that's not an internal ultrasound, but it's like right there at the bottom. Oh, this is a shirt my husband had made for me last Christmas. It's my cat's. Lori's is funnier. Mine is more personalized.
I can't wear t-shirts because they make me hot, but in the house in the winter, I could wear a t-shirt, not anywhere else.
Really? Is it the silk? Is it the silk screen on it, or
No,
what
makes me hot?
Oh, because of the sleeves?
Yeah, I get hot. I can't
Oh,
wear
okay.
sleeves. This is too much clothes. If I go to work and wear a tank top, sometimes that's too much clothes. I get so hot.
Okay. So
yeah,
so that was my doctor adventure today. But it's good. It's good. I mean, so today, even though it's April Fool's Day, oh, and if you weren't in the live the other night on Camille's, you didn't hear this story. So my dad and my stepmother invited back in either 75 or 76. I think it was 76. Invited all their friends to an April Fool's Day party, but it was actually their wedding. So that was their anniversary. That is that, my stepmother passed a couple years ago, but that was their anniversary, April 1st. So
that's better than having it be a holiday.
yeah, like
my
real
in-laws.
holiday. Right.
Yeah, my in-laws had theirs on 4th of July. And
same as my grandparents.
yes. However, people want to go somewhere on 4th of July, not to grandma's anniversary party. You know what I mean? People want to go out of town. They want to go to the river. They want to go do things, and not grandma's anniversary.
Right.
It's their anniversary. They're the ones that's celebrating themselves.
Right.
Except the 50th, it's nice to go to the 50th, and we all did. But other than that, why would we bother going to their anniversary?
Yeah, I never went to that was my dad's parents. I never went to.
They're celebrating them. I mean, it's their wedding. They should be celebrating or suffering through, one or the other.
Well, they both, I think, were they both married 50 years? No, because I think my mom's mom passed before. I want to say they were maybe together 48 years, 40, it's somewhere between 45 and 50. And then my other apparently I was the last person my dad's dad spoke to, clearly anyway, before he passed, because I was headed out of town. So, and I knew he was in the hospital and he wasn't doing well. So I'd gone in and talked to him, and he told me, I'm going to have my birthday, and then it's my anniversary, and then I'm going home. That is exactly what he did.
Aww.
Yeah. So, he was 80 something, 82, 83, and he had asbestosis and Parkinson's. Terrible combination.
Yeah.
He, the fact his quality of life, his last few years was better than I would say most people in that same situation would have been. Let's see if I like this.
I'm making something with Scarfy. If any of you guys use the Scarfy, it's kind of roving.
It is roving.
It's almost like that divagation. I know. Now, fortunately, I'm doing something small. I don't have to do much frogging. I can fudge it if I have to.
We're going to see.
By the way, Ryan, there's severe thunderstorms. Kansas is having a weather issue right now. I've got him up on my TV. So if any of you are in that area, I'm sure.
What part of Kansas?
Let's see. It says Dickinson County and Ottawa County.
Okay. I think I have relatives in Ottawa County.
I'm not sure.
Not close.
Actually, Ryan lives in Kentucky too. So he was driving home one night the other night from his live he did, and he took a picture of this big cloud, and he didn't know if it was a tornado cloud or a regular cloud. It was like looked like it could have been a tornado cloud. So he was weather was right by him that night.
Sorry, I missed that, Megan. I'll tell him you said so. I do tell him that people wish him safety and wellness. It was Megan, right? They went too fast. And Chuck, your phlebotomist story. Yeah, you don't ever want to hear a phlebotomist say, oops, ever.
Oh, when I was in the emergency room, I had a brand new one that was in training. Inside, I'm dying a little, and then I'm like, okay, go ahead. It doesn't matter. I'm old anyway.
Right.
And just poke me. She did a fantastic job. I told her she did a great job. I go, that was really good. Didn't hurt.
That's always so nice when they can manage to do it where it doesn't hurt at all.
I get poked a lot because I go do the plasma thing, and they do that, and then I do the infusions now. So they poke me and put stuff in, and so it's like it's not that big a deal anymore. Getting my finger pricked for the test is worse than getting the needles in my arm.
It's because of the nerves. I hate the finger prick.
It is. It's worse. It's the worst part.
Like for those of you who have diabetes or have to do those blood checks.
Ugh, I'd rather have that thing on my arm. Isn't that why they put that thing in your arm? They implant that. I've seen
it's not implanted. My sister was able to do that for a while until she had a different heart surgery. She's had several. And she's on blood thinners. So she can't have that because it basically it stabs in and it sits up here.
So it only stabs in once in a while? It's not stabbed in all the time?
Correct. It's stabbed in and it stays there for 2 weeks, I think. I think she said it was every 2 weeks. It would have to change. So, but she said she much preferred it, but she can't have that anymore because of the blood thinners.
She wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah. But that's how that works.
Oh, yeah. I see people have it, but I didn't know how it worked.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works, at least according to her. Okay, well, we'll show you this here. This is kind of cute. We'll see.
At least it's an indication that somebody has diabetes. That's nice to know. In case you find them laying down on the ground somewhere.
That's true. That is true.
Sometimes you don't know what's wrong with people.
Right. I had a former student who was on a flight. She was actually headed to come back to Colorado for a conference. She's her and her sister were such fun. I don't know what other word to use. They were so fun and so interesting. They were from Iraq. They were from a Kurdish area in Iraq, and their family had escaped before the war or whatever, and then their village was wiped out shortly after.
Wow.
So they lost a lot of their relatives, but they were here. But then when they graduated high school, they had to go back because it was safer, however all that works. They both in Iraq as women became doctors. I just find it so impressive.
Wow.
And so the one was, the younger one was she was flying back to this conference here in Colorado because she wanted to see everybody and everything. And they had a situation where they said, is there a doctor on the plane? Like you see that in movies and whatever. No, legitimately. And it was a person that had diabetes and like hit a major low. So she was able to help and take care of it. And anyway, so they gave her free, what was it? Was it unlimited? I can't remember. Like she could have a free flight anywhere, anytime kind of situation.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah,
Reward the helpers.
right. Exactly. Okay, I'll show you guys where we're at.
Some
It's
of
kind
them
of cute.
patients can be really stubborn, though. We had one guy who insisted, he was almost passed out, and he's insisting on eating cake all by himself. Just eat the damn cake. We're trying to get him to shove it in his face. He's like, just, it was so stubborn. It's like, eat the cake. Is it looking how you think you might want it, or do you?
I don't know. It's kind of cute. What do you think? I don't know. I'm gonna do another round and see. See what I think.
I don't know. It seems bulky to me, but
yeah, I'm gonna do another round of not popcorns.
yeah,
and then we're gonna see if that
even
looks
a corner to corner, you might have to do it in a big stitch or a looser stitch because that might end up too tight.
I can go up a hook size too. I know that's already a 9, which is this only calls for an 8.
Well, the way you're doing it, maybe it would be better, bigger, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of holes in it, though, is there? For like a baby blanket. Well, there's holes.
There is. There's almost more holes than a corner to corner would have.
Hmm.
And it's not giving. It's not quite as fun as I was hoping. I mean, it looks like a circle, that's kind of cool with the popcorn.
I know the pattern is kind of camouflaging the stitch, and that's the problem sometimes. That's why I wanted you to practice on it, to see what it was going to look like.
But it looks like popcorn.
Maybe just like doing it that way, maybe it looks busier than it would if you did it straight across or diagonal. I don't know.
Let's do this. You know, I have no issue with frogging.
You don't have no problem with blanket yarn frogging, that's for sure.
Blankets not so bad. Chenille,
yeah.
You do not want to frog your chenille. You don't want to frog your roving if you don't have to.
I've almost done with this ball too, so
that's awesome.
It's taken me a while. It almost took me longer to make the shawl than my sweater.
Really?
Yeah, I'm only doing 20 stitches back and forth, and it seems like it's taking forever.
There's a Nastasia pattern. I wonder if I could look that up again. It's a granny square, but it does not look like a granny square at all. It's really cool. Let me show you.
Just so you guys know, Camille's having her April tops.
Yes.
Thing.
Oh, yes.
And so if you guys are looking for some tops, if you've never made one before, you just want something that's no top's going to be quick. But the one I made was supposed to be a front and a back, and you make them identical, and then you just sew the tops and the sides together. It works.
That's actually what I was thinking of doing with the Nastasia. The square was. I'll show you a picture.
Because you can do it in an open stitch, and then you can wear it over something, a tank top, or even a turtleneck in the winter. You could do one for Christmas coming up as a gift or as your own sweater. You just do a front and a back, and Sarah has some. They're putting them out right now for summer. Really, everybody's getting them out. I just put in summer crochet top. Oh, tons of them came up.
Let me find.
You just do 2 panels.
Yeah, I liked your pattern because that is. I'm all about make it as simple as possible.
Megan says you need to do a tub of popcorn.
Do it as a tub of popcorn? Yeah. That would be good.
Solid granny's nice. That's what I like to do because I don't like the granny clustered look. I like the solid grannies.
Hi, Rachel. Hi. I don't think I said hi to Moonrose. Sorry, I didn't say hi to you. Hi, Rachel. I'm trying to find this pattern because I thought I put it in my creator spotlight. Let me see. Because that's why I was looking at Nastasia.
Because it's our April creator of the month.
Right. Too. I wanted a cool, open looking
Well,
stitch.
also Secret Yarnery and Creative Grandma do stitches. And all you have to do is do the stitch and make a top out of it. It doesn't even have to be a whole pattern for a whole top. If you find a stitch you like I did, and just use the Tipsy Granny, and I made a top out of it. But the
let me find it.
They also, you know, if you use the cotton, if you have some cotton you can use, or you have some, I saw you using that cover story for your sweater, and I have cover story.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think and if I could do something like that, but not be a whole sleeved cardigan.
Correct.
Because I wouldn't want it with sleeves, but maybe more of a top for
kind
me.
of like a vest or a top.
Yeah, maybe a vest or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cute. Oh, why am I struggling? Where? Because I didn't save it where I thought I saved it. So now I got to find it, but I get. She has, for those of you that loom knit. Oh, no, that's only one. That's not helpful at all. She has shoes and socks. She has Stitchorama that has all the stitches. I know it was something with square. She has some Tunisian, but I mean, if you're going to go Tunisian, you're going to go to Michael or Teal Yarn Crafts, right? Those are the two big ones there. Let me find this. Lori, were you grabbing yours? Oh, I was hoping you were grabbing your top that you were talking about.
No. It's over there somewhere. I got all my finished stuff that I got all the ends woven in over there. Sorry. Unless I have one over here. I don't think so.
Anybody know why it's called Nastasia and her name is Donna?
Donna Wolf.
Yeah. Does anybody know the story there?
Nope.
I'm super curious. That make a beautiful top.
Oh, yeah.
And it's done in a square, but it doesn't look like it, right? I mean,
it's beautiful.
So that's what I'm kind of thinking about doing. And I'm thinking about, I want to use that new cotton yarn that I got from my Crochet Club ladies. If you saw my
Not the thread.
No, not the thread. This stuff. This is not thread.
Oh, okay.
Because this was in there, but it's not even labeled. It's labeled Cotton 8, which I assume means 8 ply. What is 8 ply?
That looks like worsted.
It does. It's for cotton. I think that is worsted, right? Yeah.
Is it look splitty? Cotton a lot of times looks.
I mean, it's very vintage.
Yeah.
But I was commenting on that. What my favorite part of this is, they actually have this arrow telling you where the center pole is.
Yes, that's nice too.
Why bring that back, right? Why is this on vintage peg? This 8 ply worsted, a DK. Mm-hmm. See, I was thinking it's somewhere between a worsted and a DK. But a lot of times cottons are on the thin side if they're labeled worsted anyway. But like this.
That thing looks awful small in your hand, and you got little hands.
I do, right? It says it does not give me yardage if I remember right. It says it is 2.5 ounces or 70 grams.
Oh, it's a 70-gram ball.
So this is a cotton blend.
Cotton's usually heavy too.
The same. Those look the same.
Cotton runs heavy. When I do my packages, they're always heavier when I send cotton.
Right. So this is a cotton blend. I guess it is thinner than that, but
it does look thinner now.
But this is a cotton blend, so that could be why. Because to me, cotton worsted weight is always, here we go. Yeah, see, those are pretty much the same, right? Oh, helps if you actually see what I'm doing. Those look identical, right?
Yeah.
So this is label 4. This is a blend too, but this is the stuff from Dollar Tree. So yeah. But yeah, no, I'm using this stuff. But I don't know how much yardage is in it, but I got 7 of these green ones. 3 of these white and 4 of the blue. So I should be able to do, hi, Genesis. Should be able to do something. Okay, bye, Moonrose. And yes, alt knots, like
Thanks,
combing.
Melissa. This is my scarfie. It's got that gradient in it, just dark to light.
What? Oh,
Like
this. Oh,
before.
that's a beautiful ombre
Isn't that
effect.
pretty? Yeah.
What stitch are you using?
I'm using the single crochet, double crochet, alternating. And it's
Okay.
given like a little pebble effect. So
I think that's called the seed stitch or something like
yeah, I
that.
have no idea. I
And
think
does it? Are you putting the singles on top of the singles or on top of the
no,
double
they're supposed to be alternating,
alternating?
but I'm not sure if they are. I think I'm trying to do it because it's only 20 stitches and I always end at the same place and then I start on the opposite one. So I think they're not on top of the same one. But Lisa from Happy to Hook does a single half double. That's
Mm.
like the Lisa stitch. We don't know what its name is, but that's what she uses.
Hmm.
So I just started doing this one and I like the texture of it because it's very plain color. So you need a texture in a stitch to make it look better. So this is the one I'm doing for your April pet thing.
Oh, the pet one?
Yeah, it's got paw prints in it.
So cute.
I did the paw prints and I think it's
So cute.
Nastasia's too, so I can use it for
Oh,
her.
fantastic. Double, triple up. That's
I'm trying.
exactly right.
It's just God, scarves take a lot longer than you think they do.
They do because they have to be a lot longer than your brain thinks they need to be.
I know.
Because
I
they're
wrap it
more
around
than
my
your
neck and I'm
arms
like,
can.
really?
Right.
That's all?
Right, because it looks really long. But yeah.
Yeah. But I'm almost done. I think this could be done pretty soon.
Genesis, what are you working on at the moment? I know you were working on stuff and alt knots, like alt knots, alt knots. I don't know
You
if I've.
never seen her?
Oh, hi, Michelle. I don't think I have. Complicated knots I've watched, but that's all
Oh
amigurumi.
no, Alt Knox is just out there. She's kind
What I'm working on. I discovered I have another baby blanket I need to do, and I want to use this yarn here. And I just tried to do a granny stitch, but I wanted to throw a popcorn stitch in because, right, it looks like popcorn. But it wasn't quite looking right. So I'm going to try the other thing I was thinking with it related to corner. It won't be quite like, I'm not putting popcorns all through a row the same way Camille did. I'm going to play with it a little bit and see what I can come up with. But as far as if you're interested in the top, two, what's two? I'm not sure. Anyway, so I am looking at doing a top. If you're interested in doing a top, Camille's Creations is doing a top thing. If you make a top, then you send that to her and participate in that. So Magical Michelle and I are doing, but you're going to email her, not me, with your animal items. Can be an animal inspired item. It does not have to be yarn. It could be a drawing. It could be a painting. It could be, and it could be a cat. It could be a cat hat. I don't know. So then you'd have a cat in the hat. I don't know. I'm just being silly now.
Nastasia has animal eyeglass holders if anybody wants.
Oh, those are so cute.
Aren't they cute? You can make it long and fit crochet hooks in there.
There you go.
Hold them so they don't roll off and break.
Right.
Like the resin ones will roll off and break.
Why did my phone just take a dive? It just like literally just yeeted itself off my table here. Because it's me.
Yeah, Linda, I think that's what the plan was, to put a popcorn row every once in a while.
Yeah. And I'm definitely going to do them on the edge. So we're going to see how that goes. Let's see how that goes.
Would a corner to corner work if you did a popcorn on each edge?
6, I think so.
Hmm.
We're going to find out. Let's find out. Because again, this blanket yarn, I don't mind pulling back, especially because I went ahead and went up to the 10 millimeter hook.
The one I did that was like that yarn, I used all kinds of different colors. I did a round one, and I didn't really know that much about making round things. So it got a little loopy here and there. So I wasn't quite sure how to correct it at that time. But it's really soft and cushy. And I don't think it's really nice enough to give to somebody.
Gotcha.
But if I had somebody coming to visit me or something, I could use that, for the person, or it'd be okay for an animal.
Let's see, this is row 1, so this is the front. Okay.
Well, that's good, Dad. I'll have to watch. Who's promoting it on their channel? Oh, wait a minute. I just saw Nina's.
Oh, they're also doing tops
about Jackie on her channel. I guess that's the video I should watch, right?
So no yarn purchase. I did not purchase this yarn. This was gifted to me.
The only yarn I purchased was 7
Hi, Trish.
balls so far this year.
What time is it in New Zealand? Because it's already Wednesday there, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle. I guess it has to be done, huh? Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
you can't get it. You can't restore it out of your trash bin. You have sometimes stuff is held in the trash for a while before it's deleted. Sometimes you can restore. Wouldn't that be nice?
So this is. There was one time I did a video and I looked everywhere. I could not find it anywhere. So I put it in a file somewhere, not in the trash, or I could have actually found it. I still don't know where that video went.
The problem with not naming stuff before you put it somewhere is you don't know what to look for when you're looking for it.
Right.
If you at least have a guesstimate of what you named it,
right,
you can do a search. But if you don't, it just has them random numbers on it for the title. The only other thing you can do is the date. Look for everything that was done on that date. Oh, no. Sorry. You don't have thing go up to the cloud too, do you?
Oh, phone, yeah. Oh, right, because you haven't figured out how to do your audio on your computer. I finally figured out totally how to fix it. I'm recording straight into Clipchamp, and that's actually working really well.
Use the Clipchamp for your editing and stuff?
Currently, yes.
Yeah. I tried that, but it was so different than what I was using already. It just gets...
Right.
You get used to something. Doesn't matter how old it is. You still get used to something, and it's hard to learn something new.
This reminds me I still need to do a quick tutorial on reverse popcorn because that's what I'm doing right here. So the popcorns all stick out the same way on this edge. So normally on a popcorn, you go in like the direction in the front, but if you want it to pop out the other way, you go in the back of the stitch and then grab that loop, and then it pulls it out toward you all, away from myself. All right. So this one will be the real test. So far, so good. It's fine. That's what it looks like.
I'm a genius. What'd I do? Did you find it somewhere? OneDrive. Isn't that the cloud for Google?
Good. It's on your cloud.
Oh,
Good.
Very good.
Yes. Text of chef's your lady.
I've lost and found lots of things.
Right.
You have to get to know this stuff. You have to snoop around and look at things, open menus, follow the little trails, be curious about what things are and where they are. But if it ever says, are you sure you want to delete that? Just say no. because that means it's going to be bad. You know,
Right.
don't. That's my warning. Because I've deleted somebody's disk drive once and I didn't know how to get it back. So I'm like, okay.
This is front.
Yeah, I'm totally lost on my iPhone. I have things on my old phone that's Android that I use there because I don't know how to use it on my new phone.
You can't figure. Yeah.
The app. I go to the place where I do the plasma. I have the app on my old phone, so I just went in there, and I had to find out my password and stuff there so I could use it on my new phone, because it didn't save any of my stuff because it's not on the new phone. The old phone, everything, but the new phone, I can use my face. Did you know that?
Oh, yes.
Apple uses your face to open everything. Oh my God. I told my son, if you ever find me dead, just use my face to open up my phone.
When you can get in there.
Then you can get in there and drain my bank account before anybody finds out. That's great. I'm using my face for everything now. Now, I tried to look, Lori, I tried to look at something the other night. I had my CPAP on. It did not recognize my face.
Oh, that's funny.
I had to take my mask off so it would know who I was.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I didn't put, I need to do one there.
But Melissa, you can always go back there and download it. The link, there should be a link there for it, right?
Download it. Oh.
If you bought it, just go back to where the link was.
Yeah. So if you got the link in your email or whatever, if it's Etsy, make sure you're on a computer and not on a phone, because downloading on a phone is tricky. I think they fixed that, but just
really?
Sorry. Yes. I think they've recently fixed that.
I don't know, Megan. I'll have to check.
But yes, you should have, your link should be still downloadable, because I have had that happen with a pattern before too. So then I just went into that email. I knew that it was linked in.
And if I'm on my phone doing stuff, I will just put it in an email to me and open it up on my computer if I need to get it to the computer. Because other than that, transferring stuff back and forth, it's just too much thinking. I try to make things easy. Like they stopped using Bitmoji. I love my little Bitmoji pictures, and they stopped using it on Chrome. You can't use it on Chrome anymore. So you have to use the app on your phone. So I go to my phone, download the little pictures, and then I email them to me so I can use them on my computer. It's really stupid.
Yep, that's how I had to do it. I had to email it.
Usually there's a way. Just like doing the paste bin. Finally found out a way to do the Nightbot games.
Oh, good.
That was hard. That took me a while to figure that one out.
I still need to watch that secret video.
Good. Good, Rachel. You do that. I have lots of devices, and I found out on my computer that it changes my IP address. And so usually your device is identified by your IP address. And so that's how anybody recognizes you, your channel. So YouTube would not know it's the same computer using that. So you should be able to watch stuff and get credit for you watching your own stuff if IP address changes.
So it has to be a different IP, not usually just a different account.
Some are static IPs where it's the same one all the time. Usually it's on cable internet. your computer's address is the same all the time. So you can use that address, that they recognize you by that address. That's how the government finds people who have done things. You can also hide them by using a VPN, virtual something. But
yes.
Rachel, also Frizzy Bee has a little tutorial on Nightbot that is really nice, not as in-depth as mine is. Mine is more about making Nightbot do fun things. Hers is about actually using Nightbot, how to use it originally.
Like to drop things like mine does. Tells you how to drop your channel, how to
menus and stuff. Yeah. I went into more depth about how to make the games. You have to
yours is more fun, yeah.
You have to use an offsite place to store your information for it to go find your information. So
I was in So Magical Michelle's live the other night, and I mentioned that something I am considering doing is something called a continuous join corner to corner, but I want to do kind of with this, like this, but not exactly the same. Legos, like Lego blocks. And so what you do is you do the block in whatever shape you want. And then when you're doing the next block, you're linking it to that instead of going in big, long rows and getting different carrying. So you don't have to use bobbins. So we'll see if I
no clue. Is there somebody that has done that? You can see?
Yes.
I've never seen that.
Yes, I just discovered it. So I discovered this Facebook group called, I think it's just called Corner to Corner Graphs or something like that. And I joined it and I discovered that you can do micro corner to corner.
Oh my gosh.
I might try that with the thread, right?
That would be interesting.
So let's see how this is looking. Let me show you what's going on. I'm just doing popcorn around the edge there. The other, it looks like they're popcorny, but they're not. Just the edge is popcorns in the middle. I don't know. This yarn almost just does the work itself. It's almost like simple corner to corner might be as easy, right?
Yeah, I'm not loving it.
Yeah, it's too much. It's like it's too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a corner to corner with a popcorn in the middle, but just on the edge right now. That's all I wanted to do, just the edge for right now. I know it looks, because this is puffy, I almost think I have to go down to 3 stitches here instead of 4.
What if you did a normal? Oh yeah, probably. What if you did a normal one, but then you put a border around it that was more of a popcorn?
Ooh, that might work.
That way you can control.
That might work. And then I could use, let me show you the other color I've got.
Yeah, you could maybe even use a solid color if you needed to.
Well, I've got a ton of chunky yarn. Let's see what would be good on that. Complimentary, we'll call it.
Deb, how big's your blanket getting? Because mine was huge at 6 months. It was a queen size at 6 months. I gave up. I made 2 blankets.
This is about the right thickness.
Oh yeah.
That'd be pretty, right?
Yeah. That would go with it. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
The brownish and the green.
Oh, well, I don't know what a granny square corner to corner is.
I have seen it out there. I have a corner to corner playlist. I probably saved it in there.
And so
Probably.
maybe what I'm saying is, but
Well, you
when
know, I did that single crochet corner to corner.
yeah,
That
that's
turned out
true.
really cool, but it's very thick.
There's a dude that does moss stitch corner to corner.
Yeah.
A plain color. Yeah. I'm gonna look at it. See, I'm trying to think because like if a basket weave, you would like that. It's too much variegation for that.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna.
Simplicity. It's gonna have to be simple
Yeah, the little variegations just modeling up the
because they're
stitches.
so short, right?
Yeah,
You
they
see that?
are.
I mean, it's popcorn, butter, and a kernel, but I'm gonna go check on the dog. That's sounds like he's hacking up on something.
Oh, yeah, that wakes me up faster than anything else. Hearing the dog up, Chuck. You know, it's like, where is it? On the bed?
No, he's downstairs. Or he started hacking, so he ran downstairs. I don't know. Okay. Third time's the charm, right, guys?
You'll get it done quick, though, whatever you decide.
Yeah. Especially with this 10 millimeter. Let's see if normal corner to corner looks better. I mean, I've had short variegations, but this seems excessively short, right? That's like
For a blanket, it seems like
it's like an inch. That's like 2 inches, maybe. That's an inch. So
So some of it's not even one stitch. It's less than a whole stitch. The color
right,
is not even a whole stitch.
right.
Oh, Deb. Deb's blanket's a twin size. She does the high and the low for the month. That's only 24. That's only 24. Are you doing rows?
So 60 rows?
No. There's 12 months. That's
Oh,
one high and low for the each. That's 24.
Oh, and the average high and the average low for the month?
So is this just an ongoing project that's left over from last year? Hi, Taylor.
Hey, Taylor. So this is the third attempt at this to see if it can look better. So far, not so much. I might not be able to use this yarn.
Yeah, that's what Melissa says. It might just the popcorn stitches aren't working with that.
No, I'm abandoning the popcorn stitches, even though it screams popcorn. It kind of screams popcorn even without having popcorn stitches. So I'm going to look at the plain corner to corner. We're going to look at that, and then we'll see what I think of that. This is always so fun. But, oh, my daughter was so excited to get her sweater back now that her sleeves were fixed.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. She was like, yay, and it's perfect. It fit her perfectly. So.
Is it perfect? Is it just in time for summer?
No, you know how chilly it is in the evenings here.
Yeah, it does still stay chilly.
Okay, that's the way I want to go.
Yeah, Megan, I don't do solid yarn very often because to me it's boring. But if you want the stitch to show up, sometimes you have to let the yarn be plain so that the stitches show up, just like this thing's doing. So yeah, that's just how it works. And people have been making stuff with that itty bitty stripes from Red Heart, right. And it's very busy. The stuff shows up turns out very busy.
Yeah,
but some of it's really pretty though. But when Creative Grandma does her yarn, she does like 3 or 4 swatches of different stitches, which is really nice to see how it works up. I love going and go through her lists when I'm looking like to make the sweater. I'll look for her stitches, and then she does the stitch in different yarns too to see how it's going to turn out.
That's helpful.
It is. It really is. I'm sure there's other people that do that too. I know other people do stitches, but I kind of go to hers, and I go to Crystal. I have a whole file of Crystal stitches, nostalgias.
But Creative Grandma does the same stitch in multiple yarns.
She will do that when she's
anybody else do that
when she's testing a yarn. She'll do it in different. Yeah, she gets Cody to help her do that now, so she gets more done because he's helping.
Right. So she does full yarn review then. Yeah. I'm gonna. This is enough rows. I'll show you.
Oh, okay. So she's doing multiple rows of each color. Okay. When do we get to see it?
Oh, 3 rows.
Is there a blanket month? Or is anybody having a blanket month?
That looks better without the popcorns.
Oh, it does look better.
But I'm still thinking I need to only do 3 double crochets and not.
Because it's so bulky, you might not need as much, huh?
That's what I'm thinking.
You could do
kind of pushing it out.
Are you doing a slip stitch or are you doing a single crochet?
I'm doing a slip stitch.
Okay.
Because
that'll reduce the holes.
Open it up, yeah. I'm going to do 5. I'm going to do 5 and only do
instead of 6. Do 5 slip stitch and 3 doubles.
3. Well, two doubles. So slip stitch, chain 2 doubles. I'm going to try that. We'll see how that looks. So this yarn, as you can see, I'm not having any trouble frogging it because it's blanket yarn. Blanket yarn is much nicer. Now, if I pull hard, it's going to be a problem because you can kind of see where that slip knot has been right there.
I've got a couple containers in my room that I must have bought a bunch of it when it was on sale. I have all kinds of the stuff that's like that with a lot of the different white and small colors.
Yeah.
Now I know what not to do with it.
Yeah, we're exploring what makes sense, what doesn't.
It depends how much I have. I might make a sweater with it. I don't know. That would be nice to make another sweater, a cardigan. That would be nice and comfy.
Oh yeah, because this is thinner than the cover story.
Yeah, the cover story was really bulky. This might be nicer as a cardigan.
Yes, I agree with that.
Little oversized cardigan or even a pullover if I knew how to make one of those.
A pullover sweater, yeah.
Yeah, I've never done
you haven't?
Regular sweater like that, no.
I haven't for myself, but I have for others.
Probably Cinnamon Stitches would be a good one because she's good at making the larger size things accommodate larger sizes. So yeah, she would be a good one to do that.
We're going to see. This bulks it down enough.
Okay, so you have 11 rows for each one. Well, that's nice. Do you have any cold colors at all? What's your temperature for your cold colors? Because you don't get very cold there.
Yeah, what are you defining as cold, I guess, is the other question.
Yeah. How cold is cold? Is it 50 or 60?
Where do you get these colors?
Just see mine. Oh my gosh. I think our high was like 42 today and our low was 38. It was like because the clouds are all over us. Let me see. You have the weather in there, right?
Yeah, and it's working. So yeah, I'm gonna put mine in too. You go ahead and put yours in, and I'll type slower than you.
I like this because I can actually type in chat. Restream, we can't do that.
What link did you? Yeah, I know. That's a problem with
annoying.
Okay, let me find your link, Linda. Okay, what is this link? This link, right? This one. What does this link show us? Oh, it's raining.
You're raining.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
not
think
Edgar Allan Poe.
Deb's in Arizona. It's always nice there. She
That
brags
might
about
be.
her weather all the time.
Let me do one more. But yeah, I think that doing one less and one less chain is
Oh,
better.
it's not picking up Fort Wayne. Maybe the period. Is there a period in there? Maybe it shouldn't be there.
Maybe it's only 4 chains. Let's try that. Oh yeah, there shouldn't be any kind of period. Or what's
Did you mean dust bunny, Michelle? Because I just saw people talking about the dust bunnies on
oh,
somebody's
so cute.
channel. Yeah, they were cute.
The dust bunnies were the best part of the big comfy couch. My daughters loved the big comfy couch. Because they're
Somebody
that
just
age.
showed them. Somebody just showed them on. I was watching a video. I don't know
Oh,
who that
somebody
was.
besides Spoonie and Critters?
No, Michelle said desk bunny,
Oh,
but there's a
Desk Bunny.
I've never heard of that, but the dust bunnies, somebody did them in crochet.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And it was somebody I watched, but I've been
That'd
kind of
be a
sleeping
good
most
animal
of the time.
thing. That's cute. I think I'm
Easter's coming, Easter baskets that look like bunnies. I did an Easter basket that looks like a duck, and somebody got that one. I think that was Nanette.
That
Ended
was
up with that
cute.
basket.
That was a very cute basket.
I got to
Okay.
go back through my whips because I'm so much better now than I was when I started all that stuff. I bet I could.
Right. You could
figure
actually
out how
do
to.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could figure out how to finish it now, or at least make it something. Because at the time, I'm like, I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay.
I know a lot more now.
Show you what I did. I think it's looking better by doing this too.
Of course, Deb, you're gonna wait till it's finished. Did you tell us what your cold temperature is that you put on your
No,
list?
what's your line
I
for
didn't
cold?
see it. I didn't see it.
A no-so bunny. Oh, that link is a no-so bunny? Ooh, I like no-sos.
Who's doing little bunnies? Is Elaine doing little bunnies right now? No, Lisa's doing little bunnies right now with little pom-pom butts, bunny
Does she
tails.
have a bunch of Easter shows or whatever you would call
She
spring
just
shows
she just finds something she likes to make and just makes a whole
and
bunch
just
of
makes
them.
a million of them? Okay.
Yeah, she's using mostly fluffy chenille yarn and well, the thicker yarn, the
Yeah.
plushy yarn. She uses that, and then Elaine uses worsted weight yarn when she makes her stuff. So it's really interesting seeing each of them almost making the same things with the two different yarn.
Okay, so that definitely looks better. And again,
Yeah,
it gives it that popcorn feel, but there's no popcorn stitches there.
yeah.
So
That's
what
because
I'm
it's
having
cold.
to do so it's not pushing out is I'm doing chain 4, go back and do 2 double crochets, and then slip stitch in chain 2, 2 double crochets to
That's
get
working
the
out better
block.
with
And
it.
that's working much better. It's like I'll have to go back and redo this because that's not what I was doing in the beginning. And you can see that's part of why it pushed out, but that looks a lot better
You know what
now.
I suggest when you find out what works, do a little tutorial using the blanket yarn so
Yeah,
everybody can see
good
what
idea.
it
Good
looks
idea.
good in. How to
Because
use that for the corner to corner.
I'm doing all the corner to corner stuff right now anyway. So I
Because,
might as
yeah,
well.
it would be really helpful if you did the work and we just watched.
Yeah. Yeah. So I am pulling it out because I didn't start the thing that way. But yeah. But yeah, I can totally do that. And I can have this blanket done in a couple hours, honestly. If I just do plain corner to corner. Then the debate will be, do I put a nice single crochet border like that around it to edge it? We'll see. We'll see if it needs it.
I think Linda said the link was a granny done as a corner to corner. There is a stitch. I'm not getting that as a link here. It might be a link in YouTube though.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
able to click on it.
Yeah, it's not clickable
In
in
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
On
Yeah.
YouTube it's probably clickable.
But if you guys can click it, that's great. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty searchable. Yeah, it's helpful. Oh, done. Granny. Okay, I want to see. I want to check it out. Granny corner to corner. Because what I've heard is that technically, if you're doing the chain 3 or chain 2, 3 double crochets, technically you're doing granny corner to corner because that's the granny stitch, right? 3 double crochets together. That's a granny stitch.
But when I did my single, it was just singles across, 2
Yep.
on each end. That
An
was
increase
it.
on the ends. Yeah.
That was it. And like in diagonal. And so a granny could be the same thing, right?
That's true. That's true. Because grannies can look however they.
It's not no chains or nothing, just the same way I was doing mine, my single.
On the diagonal, yeah. Yeah. I think that's right. Did you ever am I done with it? No, but I'll show it to you. I have a lot of it done. I am almost to the corner, but I haven't had a chance. The next stitch I need to film, and I just have not had a chance to do it because I was doing other things. That's probably what I'm going to do right after this live, actually, is film that. But this is Asia.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen that much of it yet.
Yeah. So this is Asia. This is Australia. Here, I'll go big.
Yeah, go big.
That's Australia, New Zealand. Over here, that's Madagascar, which actually is physically larger than New Zealand, which surprised the heck out of me. I had no idea. This is Africa. And over here, I have the first block of South America. And that's all of Antarctica. That's the tip of the heart. And
are you doing any more colors and any more countries in other colors?
Not for this one. The one I'm doing for myself using Colorama Halo is, however, going to have this. And
oh yeah, if you need more of that yellow, let me know. It's in storage. I'll have to go get it.
I will let you know if I need beeswax. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it here.
I'll know probably halfway into when I get to doing that for myself. And I found a home for this hat. One of my friends wanted it.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, it looks so cute on, but again, here, I'm going to show you. I can stick this underneath. It is way too big. But she wanted that so that she could put her hair. She has very thick hair. She wanted to be able to put her ponytail back there. And I told her, no, this will work. And it's so cute on. It still looks really weird off, but looks great on. It's the first time I've actually really liked the way a hat looked on me, but it's too big.
Deb is doing her blanket in another climate, so I'm sure there's better temperatures there.
Aberdeen. Oh, Aberdeen's so pretty.
I just went through and sorted all my hanks out into sizes to see what I had to like so I could make projects. And man, I got a lot of different stuff.
That's what it looks like. Cluster stitches on the diagonal, kind of. Yeah, there's a drunken granny stitch that looks that way too. But yeah, I'm curious because I found this Facebook group. There's so many different corner to corner methods. The moss stitch one was interesting. He warned everybody. He said the beginning is tough. It's tough to see the stitches. Because I think is that single crochet chain? Is moss single crochet chain or is it double crochet chain?
Oh, single. It would be single chain, single chain.
Yep.
Isn't that what it is? Yeah.
Yep. And you're having to skip, but increase. It's very interesting. I saw somebody make a bunny. Yes, I've seen that. And then I always forget where I saw it. If you find that, Deb, post that. Post that. Because that's, And again, if you're doing any animal stuff, I should talk about that too.
Yes, it's April. We want a lot of people making animal things.
Let me show you what I've got. And I have not filmed this tutorial.
I'm glad I started this one in March because
it's taken
forever.
Show them because it's cute. Show them the cute part.
Oh, I think this is nostalgia. It's a
Paw
paw
print.
prints
Yeah.
on the end of the scarf.
It's so cute.
And so you just do, it's like you can,
No, other person.
by the way.
Sorry. How do I do that? This, oh, there. That's what I needed to do.
So you just, it's like a 4 or 5 row repeat, and you can do it anywhere, anytime, as many as you want. So you could do it this way, and then you could do an alternate one, but they tell you how to do just the single paw, so you could put it anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah, and so I'm going to try to do it on the other end, but what I have to do is start
Reverse
like
it. Yeah.
this on the other end,
Yep.
and then connect the 2 pieces together. So that's why I'm trying to finish this one and see how much yarn I need to do another piece.
Oh, that's what it was. It was a granny square with a popcorn stitch. Okay, Linda. Thank you. Thank you. Now I understand, and I will definitely look at that when I can. I can unhighlight that comment now, right? I have to go back up and.
Now, if you don't want to do fillet, you can do solid stitches.
I do popcorn stitches instead of fillets.
Yes, you can do like window stitches, and then where you want the solid part to be, put doubles or half doubles, and then do the rest windows, and you can make your pattern that way. There's a bunny out there like that. Somebody did it all open except where the bunny was, and it's solid.
Yes, that's it. Yes, there's the 2 styles. Okay, so I will do a tutorial for this. This is a cat toy mouse, and I haven't stuffed it or closed it yet.
Oh, they'll love that tail.
Right?
Yeah, that's cute.
But this is, yeah, so I'll do the tutorial on that and get that out and show how I'm going to connect it, because it won't be just straight across. And then I'm doing a pumpkin, and Camille's idea was on the top, instead of like cinching it, sewing it down, put like a single crochet string of with leaves on the end or something that you could tie off, because then you could open it back up and refresh your catnip. So, because the pumpkin, that's in here too. I haven't closed it up. It's just a flat panel to start, and it's back loop only, single crochet. Literally, that's all it is. But you can see that's pretty dense because I doubled up that really skinny cotton I have.
Did you say pumpkin?
It will be a pumpkin. I know. This was the color the person requested. So,
but you can also, there's a one that I did where you make each side of that like 5 stitches single, so it goes in at each end, and then it's bigger in the middle, like the hat.
That's smart.
I did that once, so that it automatically makes it kind of round, and there's less bulk on the edges. So I mean, that's another way to do the pumpkin.
I like that. Yeah. So I've got those. I was showing this is the yarn for one of the cats, the orange cat. It'll be small. And then this is the colors for the gray tabby. Kind of.
So that's pretty.
So it'll be. So there, I'm matching the cat pictures. That's a commissioned piece. Those cats. So I had to take apart. I had to take apart my gradient from Hirschner's. That was oranges. But this is all the different oranges that were in there. But I wanted, because I want them in stripes in certain spots and stuff. So that's why I went ahead and I never color control. I'm sure you guys haven't noticed that. But yeah, so that'll be color controlled because I'm trying to get stripes in certain places. Same with this one.
Hey, May's coming up. Cinco de Mayo, you can make tacos.
Ooh, there you go.
Megan says you can make that into a taco.
My little mouse, yeah, easily. You can put some little green lettuce across the top. Puffs. Or maybe some orange sticking out for cheese. Teal pumpkin is a thing. Oh, is it really? Oh, yes. I've seen them in person up at we have a big place called Anderson Farms here. It's a good hour plus. It's a little more than an hour drive from where I live, but it's huge. And they have something like 25 or 30 different varieties of pumpkins. And yes, there are the teal pumpkins. You're right. But this was, yeah, I took a picture of my cotton and she picked that one and she picked periwinkle. So let me pull that down. You can't tell what color that is at all. I still don't know if you can really tell. Let me take it out of the bag. You really can't see that color. It's truly a periwinkle. It's so nice. I don't think it's labeled periwinkle. It's labeled, what color is it labeled? It's a number. I don't know. I call that periwinkle though.
Oh, I like the way the colors. It's kind of what do they call it? Tonal.
Yes, yes, and it's a little
that.
more purple than it looks on my camera there, but yeah. So so she ordered 2 pumpkins. So the pumpkins are also commissioned, but it claims to be 3-weight yarn. That is not 3-weight yarn on any planet. Somebody had me do wraps per inch on it. Or was that one of the threads? That might have been one of the threads. But this is a 1 or maybe a 2. And they call it a 3. Liars. I'll keep that down because I'll need it. I don't know if you guys do this when you double up. You pull from the center and the outside.
I've done it.
Yeah. It depends on your yarn whether it works or not. It's working really nicely with this yarn in the blue, the aqua or whatever color that is. But yeah, it was thread. Okay, it was the thread that I did the WPIs because it wasn't this though. I never checked this because I was happy with the thickness of that. But we all think that might be an Aran weight, right? Oh my gosh, my yarns. Oh, how many of you here, because it's past the deadline, how many of you here are signed up for the Decade Divas? I know Lori is. I am. Michelle is. I don't recall if it didn't go well. Right. It depends on your ball of yarn. This one, it's working the best I've ever experienced. So I don't know. It's something about this, the way this one's wound. It's working great. But that has not been my experience always. But
no,
this
not always.
yarn, it's been working great. You can see I'm pulling it from both outside and inside. I did not try that with this one. This was just in here if I wanted to use it, I think. What the heck was I doing with this? Oh, I was teaching. What was I teaching somebody? I was teaching people corner to corner in the crochet club. So that was fun.
Once you get started, you get hooked on it.
Yeah. Well, it's so straightforward and simple. And it looks so complicated and it's just double crochets.
But it looks so interesting other than just a straight across.
It's so much texture. It's not a traditional granny, even though, I mean, technically it is. Ask the question again. Oh, Decade Divas. Melissa, the question was if you're in the Decade Divas.
If you're participating as a creator.
If you're participating, yes. And they will release how to participate not as a creator.
As somebody who doesn't make content on their channel.
So like Deb's Instagram, she'll be able to participate there. What did she say? I think she said probably not until next month.
They're probably not going to put out the information. I don't know why it would be so difficult to tell, but that's their game. So
right. Well, right now they got to get their dates filled, and then I think they're going to make all their determinations. But yeah, I think the cat's going to love this once I actually like stuff it and put catnip in there, and then it's gonna, you kind of loop over and then come through and then double crochet and then slip stitch into the next stitch. There's a technique to that I need to show. That's why it's not finished, because I literally wrote this pattern and got feedback on it because it did look different originally. as I was writing it during my crochet club. They just were super, super helpful in every way. Oh, and I taught somebody to do invisible decrease in club too. So even though I was gifted very much yarn, I try to
So
give
are
back
you
to
the
them
are
too.
you the senior crocheter there? You know all this
Oh
stuff?
no.
No, no.
No. Valentine, Gisela, and Colette. That's their first names. They seem to be the ones that are the most experienced. Val is the one that taught me. I could not from videos figure out how to do the reverse single crochet. I could not figure it out.
Mhm.
She taught me the very first club I went
That's a
to.
crab stitch, right?
Crab stitch. Yep. I
It's so
couldn't
cool.
figure it out.
It looks cool, but yeah, it's a technique.
Then just recently I saw Seta do a version. I'm like, see, had I seen that, I might have been able to do it. And then I like the way Crystal does it, where it's forward. You go in like you're going to do a single crochet, pull up the loops a little high, twist it, then pull your yarn through, and it gives almost the same exact effect. So they did a Q&A. Oh, was that today or yesterday? Megan, wasn't the Q&A last night?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
How to participate? Oh, as a subscriber was today.
Oh, they did that today? Just as a creator? Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, I did not know they were doing that today already. I thought they said that they were going to
They
wait.
might not have known either, Lori.
That's true. Based on the discussion,
They
you're
might have
correct.
just decided like they did.
Right.
They did like the other live. They didn't realize they were going to be doing it.
Well, it's like I never know what I'm, generally speaking, I do not know what I'm going to be doing during my lives. And half the time it ends up changing. I need to take my next thing is, oh my gosh, like looking at hang on that mannequin, that one sleeve is like entirely different than the other sleeve on my blanket yarn, the cover story cardigan.
Oh,
It's fine. I
you
think
still
I
have to
used a
adjust
different
it.
hook.
Oh,
I know exactly how to deconstruct it. As I previously stated, I was very grateful I made that sweater for my daughter a couple years ago, because now I would have sewn those ends in a lot better. But I know I deliberately did not sew my ends in super well on this cardigan because I had a feeling I was going to end up doing adjustments, which I have. But like looking at it on the mannequin, I'm like, oh my goodness, that needs fixed. But yeah, I balled together the yarn. I put it in my scraps already. I'll grab it.
Deb, you're still in here. I will when I get back. I got to go get my medicine soon. When I
Yeah.
get back and I feel better, I'll go in and pick out a quick and easy project. Probably put it up soon in the morning. I just don't feel like it right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, they are absolutely allowing just subscribers. Yes, they are. But they will, I think once they get all their emails sent out saying who's participating and what day and all that stuff. Linda, good night. This over to Camille's. Oh, yes. Because she's probably starting in.
Oh, is she starting hers? It's almost 9. Yeah.
Yeah. So she'll be starting any minute now.
Oh, good. Okay. Then I'll go get
But
my
yeah,
medicine.
that's fine because you need to get going and head to the store. So that is how much yarn. Look at that. That's how much yarn came off the 2 sleeves.
Oh my goodness. So you have enough for something
A
else
hat for sure.
to match your jacket. Yeah.
Right.
Your sweater.
And
That's what I've been doing.
I finally went in and linked that Hey Carrie pattern. I forgot she has a beautiful accent, British. Yeah, you guys all go check out Hey Carrie.
Oh.
Hey, Hey, Carrie, Carrie. Hey Carrie.
Okay.
She has a ton of patterns.
That's like Allison Russell
wearables.
has a great accent too.
Oh, I love
I love
the
her.
Scottish accent. I could listen to
Yeah.
Allison Russell to read a, a phone book. I could listen to her all day. Yes, you guys all buy, and I'm sure off one sleeve it was 5.5 inches, off the other sleeve it was 6 inches, so they weren't even quite right. But it's all good. She said it fits perfectly now. But yes, head on over to Camille's.
We will
Lori's
see
going to
you
go take
there.
her stuff. I have a plan, I think, now officially for this. I'll whip that blanket up really fast, but I need to film this world blanket so I can get moving on it, because I am on the road. I am on the road. That's the second corner. So very exciting.
Well, thanks for coming, everybody, and
Thanks,
we will.
Lori.
Thank you. I'm glad I felt good enough to stay
Yes,
all
me
night.
too.
I'm
I
gonna
was worried.
get out now and get me some drugs.
Yes, and I believe Camille will be starting in 6 minutes, I think.
Okay, great.
So
We'll be back to watch her.
okay. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.